All right, how's it going, everyone? Spires Layers here to join tonight.
Yo, what's up? What up? What
How's it going?
up? Oh
Yeah,
man.
but
Woo. Damn.
before we get into anything, my wife is paranoid. She's like, so he's made sure that we're gonna get a Comic Con. I was like, yes, we have checked, triple checked, double checked, all the checks.
Nice. That's what's up. All right. Hey, I saw the thumbs
Here,
up. I saw the
go
thumbs up. There you go.
ahead.
Hi.
she's overworking on her Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, she's working on the better
When
side of her lounge. There you go.
yep.
Yeah, there you
Oh, he
go.
called it the better side of the lounge.
There you go. That's what's up. Yeah, my fiance has her own space. It's called our bedroom pretty much because I pretty much took over like 2 rooms in the house. So I mean, I had to compromise and give something. So I took out all my
Yep.
paintings and stuff. So she got, but I mean, like it's really badass in there. Anyway, she's got her own craziness going on. I love her for it. But
There you
yeah,
go.
man, it was a crazy day today. I went to a local con, Staten Island Comic Con, and
Okay.
amazingly, oh my god. I want to tell you a quick story because this is something that happened to me today, and I'm gonna be honest. It happened to me, and I was shocked and humbled at the same time. Okay, so I'll tell you a story. I'm going into the con. I'm talking to the director, John, and we've been talking for a while. I was trying to get a table there, but everything was too late for me. It's all good. So I want to go
Yep.
cover it anyway. They told me no problem. Come on in, cover. We just not sure if people want to be filmed. I said no. I'm mostly going to be filming what's on tables and make sure I don't get people in the
Yep.
shot unless they want to be interviewed. Like if you have talent there. So as I said that, they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a couple of people there." So I was like, "All right, cool, no problem." So I'm gonna show up, and I showed up today, and I show up to this first table, and I see this comic book, and it's from a place called Legacy Comics, as you can see here. I'll explain all these books real quick because I'm not gonna go into too
Nice.
much detail, but this is yeah, I'll explain that to you. So this is the artist. His name is Patrick Hinckley Jr. And what's funny about this man was, I'm so he has his own comic company, and it's called, like I said, Legacy Comics with an X. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm walking in the place, I see his stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm buying it. I'm getting on your mailing list, and I'm
There you
here.
go.
And then he told me, just like this, I'll never forget this. He was like, oh my God, it's you. And I'm like, looking at my fiance, I'm like, me?
Me?
He said, "Yes, you. You're Michael Birch." He said, "You're Symbiverse Comics. I know. I saw you up in Hypnotronic Comics. I have a friend there
That
named
is
Jordan, which we
amazing.
have a mutual friend. I didn't know that she knew
Okay.
him. And then another person that I do business with, he's from Bulletproof Comics. His name is Hank, and he's in Brooklyn. So he says, I went and I saw the book, and I was like enamored by it, but you sold out. I go to Brooklyn, and I see Hank has the same book he sold out. He just sold it. It was like I kept running into your book, and I was like, I started looking at your Instagram. So what's up? I'm like, oh wow, thank you. So
That's
apparently, like,
sick.
yeah, it's a major connection. This guy was very nice, and he has like a lot of books. I'll explain a couple of them real quick. Um, I like this one. This one's called The Job, and I'll give you a quick story of it because he gave me the story. So this is supposed to be about a luchador wrestler and his girlfriend. Right now, apparently, he's like the suckiest wrestler. He's a jobber, but yet he has all this money, and he has hot girlfriends, and he has like
Okay.
cars, and he has houses, and people are trying to figure out what is he doing to get this money. Well, it turns out that him and his girlfriend, they're actually bank heistess specialists. They're like the Bonnie and Clyde of that era. So they
Nice.
rob
Okay.
banks. That's what that book's about. And I was like, you know what? I'll take that.
And that's a
And
whole
this one is,
series or just a one shot?
yeah, this is the first book. This is the Job Zero. This is just
Okay.
pretty much a quick. I like what he did because it's a couple of pages, but it's pretty much a quick breakdown of what the story is, and I like how he did the format. The man
Yeah.
knows what he's doing when it comes to comics. And then he has this other story, so I'll show you a couple of covers because it's pretty much the same story, but I'm going to show you different covers. And this is called Brooklyn Bleeds, okay? And that's the first one. Oh no, I actually got two of those. This is my favorite cover. This is cover of Cortez. I'm gonna explain to you this story. Okay, so this is called Brooklyn Bleeds, and this is pretty much from this part of the story. This man's named John Cortez, and his wife dies, and his cat This is a zombie apocalypse, first of all. So this is a zombie apocalypse. His wife dies. The only thing he has left in his life is his cat. Zombie comes, snatches the cat, kills it. He loses his mind and just goes on a killing spree. So this is the human side of it. But the other side of it is Brooklyn Bleeds. The perspective of what's going on in the zombie apocalypse through the eyes of the animals. So
It's a little out of focus.
Oh, I'm sorry. So let me put that back in.
You're good.
All right, good right there. So this is from this book right here. It's pretty much this is going to be this is from the animals' perspective. Like, in other words, they're going to a zombie apocalypse, and it's from the perspective of the animals. I thought that to be very, very clever. I was like, oh, that's cool. Haven't read them yet, but so far everything looks good. Oh, and this is like my favorite one right here. So he also is an artist, but he also does other publications. So this one. Let me see if I can. Okay, that's perfect, just like that. So this is Renfield, Vision of Madness, number 0. What's that?
I think you might have a bad connection because you're like cutting in and out, and you're frozen right now.
Yeah, cutting in and out too. I'm moving on my side. What the hell's going on with my stuff? Sorry, man.
You're good.
You frozen on my.
I'm frozen your side.
Man,
That's weird. And it's the little bars in the top corner.
Yeah,
like
no, I'm good
Y
now.
bars?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
We were both
There you
cutting
go.
out. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So, I'm sorry about that, everybody. All right, cool. So, what I like about this book is that the actual estate from Bram Stoker contacted his company and said, "We want you to take some unwritten works from Bram Stoker's Dracula, because apparently, he made a book. However, I can understand being a writer, you would have scrap notes around and different things written that you probably never published.
Yeah.
And then in the end, what happened was they contacted him and they wanted him to do the story based on the unpublished works of Bram Stoker. So this is actually based on Bram Stoker's works that haven't been published. And I thought that was freaking awesome when he told me that story. I was really blown away by that. So yeah, and I also met another artist. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So I've been looking at like different like independent publications, like those ones, and it's interesting to see the reach some of them have, and then how they got that reach. Like, you've been doing a lot with independent publishing company, and we've been having a go like to different shops and talk to them and basically sell them and putting the book in the shops. Oh, I can't hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me? I can't hear you at all if you're talking, buddy. It's almost like your mic out. All right. So while he's figuring that out, yeah. So a lot of independent books, they go through this process of getting their books into the shop, figuring out who's going to be able to sell, how they're going to be able to support it, and I've always found that very interesting because it's one of those things where I'm like, are you selling it to the shop for a loss? Are you putting it on consignment? Because you don't want to like, obviously when a shop buys a book from a big publisher, they're buying that book at a discount, and then they're taking that discount, and the shop is then selling it for a little bit more, which is usually obviously the full price, full face value of the book. So my understanding has always been like, if a book costs $4 face value, the shop buys it for $2.50, and then the shop sells it for $4. How did that work for you, being a small company trying to just get your book into the shop? You muted. Now you are muted. Now the I think you gotta unmute on stream here. You know, sometimes this program is the absolute best program in the world to be able to do this kind of stuff because it's streamed straight YouTube. But other times the software just does not work out very well. So the whole title of this is Can Dave Filoni say Star Wars was Rogue Gallery? Said yes. Comic Nerds said yes. Definitely, I completely agree that need to get Karen out of there. Clean Karen Kennedy. Need to just be done with it straight up and figure it out from there, because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have proved time and again that they can come up with stuff that is phenomenal, that the fans love, that everyone is enjoying. Ahsoka has stolen the hearts of many new people, brought new people into Star Wars. Fans are actually loving this. There's a couple out there that I know are not enjoying it. They're kind of see it as almost too much fan service, too much like female girl power kind of stuff, but definitely think that there's a revival of this of the lore instead of a woke agenda of the lore. But is your mic connect? What's up, Hoarders? How are you doing, buddy? We're talking about Star Wars, trying to figure out the Mike Fighters layer. And we're kind of just about the Ahsoka show and Dave Filoni and how he's really done a great job over the past few episodes, really bring about a new revival of Star Wars and to bring back what the Clone Wars brought to us, which was basically an idea that Star Wars could be more than Jedi. It could be more than just this innate lame show or movie. It was all about lightsabers and fighting, similar to what Rogue had, where it wasn't like that. It was more about the Force being a living thing and all of that. Have you ever seen the original Star Wars Hoarders? Are you a Star Wars fan? After Empire, they all talked. Hey, there's people who feel that way, and I totally understand it. But I definitely I say Hayden Christensen really reprising his role as Anakin, I absolutely was there for, because there were moments and times when he did a phenomenal job and just truly there's chargers. He did a phenomenal job playing Anakin moving over to the dark side, and then everything else. I don't disagree. I thought the prequel movies were down out to par. There were times where I definitely enjoyed what they were doing with the prequels, but it was those things where they needed to do something different, and I don't know what that different was. Like, I can't put my finger on exactly where I would have changed the story. I think the story was good. I think I wasn't a huge fan of the way that he played Anakin in the third movie. In all honesty, I thought that Anakin was very whiny, very passive, and just struggled, like downright struggled to make the change into the dark side. Like he struggled to find him. He didn't have much range back then. I'm not quite sure what happened between Revenge Sith and this, but it was just it was crazy. I struggled to watch this one. It wasn't, or struggled to watch those ones because they weren't as fun, but they definitely brought new things, which is why I found them interesting and enjoyed them. Let's see if Spurs was able to get his mic working. You there?
I think, yeah. Can you hear me?
There you go. I hear you, and you're much clearer now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'll tell you, I was uploading before, and this whole computer's going crazy. I think I'm horrible with computers. I think I left this like in standby for like a week. I'm so horrible with my computer. I gotta get a new one. But yeah, Ahsoka. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about Ahsoka, what I think about it, what they did right, what they did wrong, and what they still need to do. Because Disney, like, Bob Iger, you figuring it out. Thanks for listening after how many months and years we've been saying this to you. Get the hell out of the stupid politics, right? Stay out of that. This is why your damn company's going broke. Stop trying to figure out what people want. Just make what people like. It's real simple, like you said in the title. You want to know what the people like? You better ask the damn fans that are going to pay for it. Because I'm telling you, I made a product, and honestly, I'm getting positive feedback from it, and the fans like what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it for any ideology. I'm not doing it to spread a message. I'm doing it for pure entertainment. I remember the old school Disney, the real Disney, the Disney that I liked. There was a time, that I actually did like Disney. But what started happening for me was in the late 90s and early 2000s, I started seeing Disney doing weird things that didn't make sense at first. Because I'm like, what are they doing? Let's just get to the... When they bought Star Wars, I had a feeling, I was like, oh, this is like... Okay, it's like if I wrote my comic, but I give it to you to write, and you have no idea how to write it. You just have an idea of what I'm saying, and you don't even care. You're just like, you know what? We're just making my way. And that's fine. I already told you, do what you want. But for the fans,
and no matter how I do it, gonna make money.
See, like with Ahsoka too, you gotta understand about Ahsoka. Unless you're following the anime, a lot of people they did good with it. But the thing is that it's a character that a lot of people do not really know unless they follow the Clone Wars. And if you ain't watched the Clone Wars, you ain't gonna know who Ahsoka Tano is. You're not gonna know her apprentice is. None of this. So when I watched it, I knew who Ahsoka was automatically, and I think honestly that this chick is doing a great job. I love her as an actress, but I think like
completely
overall, I think like Disney just like, I don't know. I liked the fact, I love the whole misogyny thing that they have going on, because it's pretty much women and it's one bad white guy cutting shit down. I love that. To me, that's like the most. I don't care. That made me laugh as hell. I like that. I think the problem with Disney is that they're focusing too much on what everyone wants instead of focusing on what the fans want. Like I said, there is a sect of fans. You're not going to get people who are casually watching TV tuning into these things. That's not how it works. It's a fan base that tunes into this. When the fan base realizes you're not making anything that I like, I'm out. That's what happens. Yep. So this is what's happening. They're in a transition trying to figure out, I guess with them, okay, they were good at making movies, but let's face facts. Disney Plus and Amazon Prime are pretty much like me and you buying a TV. Your TV is Amazon. My TV is Disney Plus. Same thing, right? Just think about it in that term.
Yeah.
So their whole, when I say that, the reason why I say that is because you do not know what the hell you're doing with a streaming service. Yet Netflix keeps hitting it out the park. Because over years they learn and they know what they're doing and they listen to their customer base. When they bombed on one of their shows, Cowboy Bebop, the fans weren't saying, they canceled it like literally like 2 days later. They listened. They were like, okay, we're going to do another project. We're going to listen to the fans. We're going to give the fans what they want. That's why I told you about One Piece. Everybody watch One Piece. This is the perfect example of what we're talking about. You want to make something that's for fans, that's fan service, is going to get your numbers up, make an anime like that, like a live action anime like that, like One Piece. And you'll see the difference. And this is why I tell them, it's not hard to do this. I met a lot of people today, and I'll be honest with me. These people are the past and the future of the company, of the business, and we already know. We're taking this over, that's it. We talked about this. I said this to them. I said, Cineverse is going to be one of the biggest comic companies in the damn world. You're lucky to have me on your show. We're going to be rich and famous one day. Don't worry about it. I don't even care about that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for legacy. I'm doing this because I can do it. And I told them that. I said, I want to decimate Marvel and DC when the time's right. And they all smiled and said, yo, you ever make that kind of money, we come work for you. I'm going to have everyone work for me. I don't care. My whole point is this. I know when it comes to doing something, especially when I want my stories, that I'm putting you guys in my mind first. You guys are why I'm doing this. Of course I'm doing it because I love it, but I'm doing this because I want to see when you guys read that and you get to book one and you get to the end and you get, that's what I want. I want people to really have an emotional reaction to it. And I'm going to be totally honest, and this is not me being biased and talking about my baby like it's all that. I've been getting really good responses from this, and I got 2 experts today in the industry telling me that my comic was amazing. I almost died when they told me that. But I'm sorry, I just ran.
That's awesome. So
I just have so much to talk about.
Because obviously,
it's like insane what I had going on today. Yeah.
Disney didn't buy Star Wars until after the prequel trilogy came out, correct? That was Lucasfilms.
Mm-hmm.
So why did the prequel
no
so bad?
No, they bought Star Wars before they did the film.
I thought they bought it after.
I think what happened with the prequel trilogy was that I thought it was good, but I think what happened with the trilogy was that people started complaining that it was starting to look different. Because, okay, we're talking old school now, so you got to remember, there was an original, and I still have it, by the way. I'll never get rid of them. I still have my original videotapes and my DVDs. Matter of fact, I think I got it somewhere close to me. And it's the Star Wars trilogy. It's all of the original Star Wars, that the way they were made in 1978. So fans were actually complaining that it was starting to look too much. You understand? This is the CGI, the birth of the special effects, how everything's becoming more and more elaborate. So people weren't ready for that. I loved it. Me personally, I loved all the effects. And I knew, and I was like, the reason why people didn't like that, because they wanted to have 2 and 3 out first. But if they would have did part 1, 2, and 3 first, technology to do the way that he wanted to do, is what he kept saying. George Lucas kept saying that I didn't have the technology to make it the way I wanted to make episode. Because you understand, we're talking about 4, 5, and 6. You're talking about after the Galactic Empire attacked and they become the Empire. So it's easier to film destruction. It's easier to film a mess, a broken city, versus vibrant life, flying cars, futuristic cities.
Completely agree.
I think that a lot of people didn't like it because of the fact that it was way ahead of its time for them. But for the real Star Wars people, fans, we knew the time has come, and we were like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the prequel, parts 1, 2, and 3. Because I know a lot of people that grew up on it like I did, or
growing up, I loved it. I mean, it came out. The first movie came out when I was. Growing up, I loved it. The first movie came out when I was 7. Loved it, absolutely. Like Jar Jar Binks was funny to me as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Obviously, like rewatching them, I'm like, I don't know if I would ever put Jar Jar Binks in that movie. 2 came out when I was 10. So again, to a 10-year-old, you see a bunch of lightsaber battles, and those really good lightsaber battles. The choreography in the prequel trilogies was spot on with what I needed it to be as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And then in 2005, the Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith came out, and again, that was good. I enjoyed it. Was it perfect? No. Did I rewatch now? I'm not a huge fan of the way that Hayden Christensen did it. And even back then, I was like, where did Anakin go? Like, he's supposed to go to the dark side. He's not supposed to go to the whiny side. And like listening to my dad talk about it back then, he's like, I can't get over the fact that every 5 seconds Anakin's whining about something. And I was like, even as a 13-year-old kid, I totally understand what you're saying. And now looking back and seeing how Hayden Christensen has grown and is now playing the character in Obi-Wan, now Ahsoka, like I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. I'm totally okay if we go back to the World Between Worlds or do something Clone Wars related live action. Like I'm totally here for it, because as long as Dave Filoni directs it and Jon Favreau is part of it and Kathleen Kennedy does not touch it, we'll be good. Like,
mean, look,
there's no other way around.
I have such mixed emotions on this because I see it. Yeah, Star Wars is a very complicated thing for me. I really like it's love and hate at the same time, and I don't hate anybody in this world. I just feel like there's just certain things like Ahsoka could do so much better had you just did more consistent storytelling. I mean, The Mandalorian to me was one of the best shows they had going that they ruined. At least they waited till season 3 to ruin it. And you know what it is about the girl boss? Is that even the girl bosses don't want the damn girl bosses. Even the girl bosses don't want... I have my fiance sit with me, like you have your wife sitting with you, and she's looking at you telling you the same thing that my fiance is telling you. Ain't no way that 105-pound girl with no mutant powers is clipping that 250-pound man. Exactly. We know where we live. We want to live in a fantasy, but don't want to be preached to like we dumb. You know, I don't mind pretending. I like wrestling. I watch WWE. I know it's all fucking, just predetermined. But I'm fine with that because I understand when I'm watching. It's a form of entertainment for me.
Exactly.
You know, I'm getting into the entertainment part. That's what I want. When you stop entertaining me, I don't want to be bothered with you no more, So I just look at it like that from an entertainment perspective. This is how everything's supposed to be. With any kind of literature, comics, whatever we're doing, any kind of story series, movies. I mean... Fans are important people. Listen, I want you guys to like my stuff. And if you hate it, tell me. You know why? I want criticism. Because criticism will make me be a better writer, a better comic producer, a better letterer, a better whatever I gotta be. But that's my point. I want to be better and become better at my craft. I don't want to just be mediocre. I don't want to just put things out just because I'm trying to be one of the cool kids. This is my life I'm doing right now. And I'm doing this for the passion of it. Love doing this. This is like, I can't explain it. I've had so many, I'm not bragging, I've had so many of my dreams come true, but nothing like this I was ever expecting to happen. And when it's now that I'm in it, I'm really like, I feel two things. I feel like I am going to make it, and I feel like I do belong. I mean, I really felt like today, I felt like, I was made for this, so I want to just, and that's what I feel like. We're entertainment. Look, one day when I own Simiverse Comics and you'll be running my entire empire in the parks and all, because we'll be having rides and everything else too. Trust me, I'll be buying Disney one day. Don't worry, Disney. You say you were going to buy it for me, I'm going to buy you. So anyway, when I take over Disney and turn to Simiverse Comics, I'm going to take all their old property and just go online. This is what we're putting out. We're doing fan surveys. 100 freaking questions. Go. How would you guys like to tailor this story to your liking?
Yeah.
And I will post everything that comes out. These are the answers. This is what we voted on. And this is the story. We're going to flow in this direction. You're going to flow in the direction of your fandom. That's why I want everybody to read my book 1 and give me feedback. And I've been getting good feedback on it. And I won't tell you how it ends but for the first one. But I just tell you, people that read it told me they loved how it ended. And it hooked them. It hooked them like I wanted to. It's like crack. No, it's like getting them hooked on the juice. Yo, what's up, Box Back now? Get your butt on here, man. You need to come on with us. I always be trying to get Mark on.
But
what's up?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much in Star Wars alone that you can do. And like my wife still don't believe has watched the book of Boba Fett. And it started off pretty well.
Yeah.
Like exactly how I wanted it to. I want them to like say, how did the guy who only had 11 minutes of time in the first 3 movies? I think 11 minutes is even being generous because really it wasn't even much time. But 11 minutes of screen time, probably 4 minutes of actual conversation, doing something. There was a whole like cult of fans who absolutely loved him from the time they saw him, just because he was a bounty hunter. And some totally different movies and different in Star Wars, and I get it. Like I'm here for understand it, but the fact that they made a whole show on that and did do the Bounty Wars had me struggle. Like I wish they would have taken it in that direction instead of like,
I agree with that.
In the direction they went with it.
Yes.
Like there was so
not only that, I think you agree with this. Why
Mandalorian? Why not continue with the bounty hunter aspect?
Yeah. Right.
I don't.
You see, I think what they messed up on this guy was honestly and this is because I'm trying to explain this to you. Because I have an idea. No, I have an idea. No, I have an idea. Okay, let's see your ideas. This is the problem. There's 7 different ideas, and one of them makes it on the floor, and then they're like, wait a minute, that's idea 7. We shoot that, do idea 5. This happens all the time with these people. Okay, I did like Boba Fett, and they screwed it up just like they did with the Mandalorian. And I think the problem with Boba Fett more or less was they took the mystique away from Boba Fett. He was a badass bounty hunter. No one knows what he looked like. We kind of knew what he looked like, but no one really ever seen his face. Now you get to see his face. He's dropping his mask. He's not living like a Mandalorian because he never really was a Mandalorian, but still, you went around for decades donning Boba Fett armor. You never showed your face in any of the movies. You never showed. The only thing that we ever saw was that your clones were used for the Clone War, and that's the only way we knew what he was looking like before that. But he never showed his face. And he wasn't a Mandalorian, so it was okay for him to show his face, and you could explain that. I took the armor, and boom, this is what I got. Oh, look who it is! What's up? Yeah, my dream show come through today. What's up? You finally made it, my friend. Are you back from Virginia yet? What's going on? So you're back yet? You was in Virginia, weren't you? Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. How you doing? We are. Oh, that's great, man. That's awesome. Oh my God, man. I don't know if you've been watching.
What's that?
What part of Rhode Island?
In Smithfield.
Okay. My wife and I got engaged
That's
over
up
in
there,
Whitney.
man. Oh, really? Nice. Sweet. Dave, are you coming to Comic-Con, my friend?
Which con? Are you talking about New York?
Yes, sir. The only one that matters.
No.
Are you gonna come down? We going. Oh, we look. Oh my God. I have so much stuff going on today. I don't even know where the hell to begin or end. But we went to I went to Staten Island Comic Con today, and I really got to meet I got to meet some major Marvel people. I got to meet some indie comic people, real big people as well. And I was getting positive feedback on the symbiotic, and I was very happy with everything. I'm not gonna lie. I want to do better, and I'm going to do better. I mean, you know, I feel like for the first time I can't even describe to you like all of the damn wheels that are turning and everything that has to be involved once you get into this. But once you're in it, it's just like now I'm on this freaking Ferris wheel that keeps spinning and it's going faster, and I'm just going along for the ride. It's real crazy, but I'm gonna tell you, I met a lot of good people, and I have a lot more ideas going on, and I'm gonna be at Comic-Con. We're gonna be there, and you know, we're just gonna be like filming, going around the place. I know a lot of people in Comic-Con. Don't worry, guys. You follow me, you get the VIP feed. Believe me, I got you guys. So if you show up there more, I got you. Just come in. Don't worry, you don't have to buy nothing. I got you. I'll just be waiting for you at the door. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, we were talking about Ahsoka and everything, and what's going on with Disney, the awful freaking Disney, the toxic Disney that Bob Iger says today. We need to stay out of the politics of this. Really? What was that all those years ago? You should have stood out of it years ago. Just make money. When I read a comic, I don't care if Mickey Mouse has an awoken experience. I don't care about that. I don't care about all this woken garbage. Listen, it's real simple. You go woke, you go broke. You follow the fans, you'll make money, my mans. That's it. It's real simple. Just follow the law. You know,
it's
I'm just like, I'm a big person of the law. That's it. I'm not saying that you can't change things around audience.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people have been posting about Star Wars lately because of whole Hayden Christensen coming back. I just posted a video on TikTok of the final cease fight scene from Rise of Skywalker, where Poe just feels defeated, and then all I did was overlay money for nothing over it, 130,000 views. And the amount of comment in there, the people are just saying, "Oh, this scene sucked. This scene was horrible." Then people are like, "Oh, but this song makes it so better." And it's like, this scene sucked because it didn't go anywhere, and because it had no build up from before. All of a sudden, you now like if there was 16,000 plus ships that were willing to support the Rebel cause, where were they 3 movies ago? Like that's I'm so confused about, and like rewatching and looking at all these different comments, I'm like, this is the reason why these movies are horrible, because they just have so many damn plot holes. Like, why are we so?
Yeah.
Why are we just taking shit and throwing it at the wall, and then everything that sticks we just put into a movie or a trilogy if you get enough shit stick? Like, it's stupid.
And they want more writers for the shows. So that's the point. You have a whole team of writers who write things out, and it's like a vision board. Okay, watch She-Hulk. That's exactly what it looks like when you walk into that room. I couldn't believe they were showing the war room. I was like, what? You got the actors. So that was their real. By the way, in She-Hulk, that is their real war room. That was their real writer's room. Because I got that confirmed by many people. Which they thought that would be a cute thing to do. Which I found out to be, okay. I guess with the She-Hulk thing, I kind of got. But they didn't do what I like. They broke the fourth wall many times, which that's what She-Hulk was famous for. A lot of people didn't get that. I said, no. She breaks fourth walls. But you didn't follow up on any context to She-Hulk. You just made her a bimbette. You just made her a whiny bimbette. When Carol Danvers in the comics is not Carol Danvers, Jesus Christ. She-Hulk in the comics is not like that. She's literally like, she's more of a snarty, sarcastic woman, but she doesn't hate men. She loves men. She's very sexual in the comics. She's very like, yeah, I'm a girl boss and I want to have sex with men. And she would just pick her boyfriends and do what she wants. But the way that they portrayed her, like, she would pick her boyfriends and then whine about it the next day. Like, they made poor damn Daredevil do the walk of shame. Yeah, I would be ashamed sleeping with that She-Hulk. Not the She-Hulk from the comics, but that one, I would be doing the walk of shame too. I'm like, oh, damn. You know, but I can't blame him. He's blind. Let's give him that much. At least the man is blind. You know, but I'm telling you, with that radar, he can see better than we can. He must have been like, oh my God, I can't do anything. She's stronger than me. But we don't talk about that. But if that was the Hulk, it'll be a big deal. Oh, look, the Hulk forced himself for somebody. But I just say like this. I was saying earlier, that Marvel is like, well, I'm gonna say Disney Plus is like, okay, well, Netflix is like the people who know how to do this, and Disney Plus for them is like you buying a TV and then he owns and he owns Amazon, like Jeff Bezos, like he just bought. That's exactly what we're dealing with. So understand, when you're making this content, this is the people who are in charge who buy it. They don't know what the hell's going on. They really don't. It's like this. Hi, give me money for your company. I can take care of it. Don't worry about it. You're busy anyway. Go run Amazon. You go run this over. We take care of it. And that's how it's done. So this is why you see all kinds of wackiness, because it's writers up the ass. It's everyone not making up their mind. It's 7 different writers on 1 different scene. 6 different things go out. 5 different things gotta be reshot. It's like, it's a continuous wheel of crap. That's all it is. It's a wheel of crap. It's everybody trying to throw their ideas in instead of just sitting there and focus on. And this is not everyone, but I noticed this with Disney a lot. Disney, number 1 for this. Number 1. I mean, we did so many reshoots when I was working with them. So many. It's ridiculous. I didn't mind though. I wind up making an extra 15 grand. So hey, thank you. And if I made 15 grand, I can imagine what everybody else must have been making. So you could reshoot away. My job wound up being from like it was supposed to be an 8-week shoot. We wind up doing a 12-week shoot with an extra week on top of that because the holiday fell in and we got that bonus. It was just like bonus on top of bonus on top of bonus. I'm like, wow, Disney don't know what the hell they're doing. And this is why they're not making money. This is why they're selling. I've seen it firsthand. Their budget that we were working on, a movie I was working on called Chang Can Dunk, right? The budget was supposed to be it's supposed to be a Disney Plus movie. I actually want to check it out. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw the preview for it, and I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh shit. I worked on this movie, I didn't know it was this dope. I was like, I want to watch it now. But the budget went over like everything does, right? Yeah. And they overshot the budget by like $5 million. But hey, everybody got paid and we were happy, but we knew deep down inside, I'm telling people who are doing this, the people who are on the show and writing it, and some of the people who work catering, and because I talk to everybody, from the stars right down to the caterers, I don't give a shit. I talk to everybody, and I told them all, I said, this is how, like, companies go out of business, you think? And everybody's agreeing. I was like, yeah, this is, like, bad. Like, you're doing all these reshoots, and you're just throwing money to the wind, because, you know, you got stocks, and you got investors, but you're not telling the investors, like, I'm not a tattletale, but damn, I should have thought about doing this years ago, getting online, putting my mask on and telling me, hey, look, this is what's going on behind the scenes. But they make us sign NDC, so, we can't really talk about it. They're smart, obviously. Yeah. And I can't even hit. The only reason why I can talk about this now is because it's a contract that was finished years ago. So, it's one of the movies that I really had time in, that I really liked, and it was a good gig to do. But it's just, wasteful. Everything's wasteful. Yeah. I'm not saying you don't have to spend money to make money, but there's a difference between spending money and wasting money. You don't have to do everything. There's some directors out there that will do 20 shoots just because, just in case. You never know. That's the answer. But each shoot costs a couple thousand more. I gotta do 10 shoots. But don't worry about it. I may use these, I may not.
Shoots off the bat instead of do 5 shoots and then 15 reshoots, because then you got to call everyone back down. They got to make it instead of $1,000 a shoot, you're now talking about $1 million a shoot. You're
right,
drastically increasing that. So, Dave, what have you been watching Ahsoka?
So I was gonna say I'm on episode I think 4 or 5. I'm not caught up.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's when it starts really getting crazy.
What have you thought about it so far?
I've been enjoying it. It's been okay. Granted, I don't know I've never watched the Clone Wars. I've never watched the Rebel series.
See?
So I don't know anything about any of the backstory. But watching it basically blank going in, I think it's been okay. It's been fun.
Yeah, you can get it blank, right? But he's made the point that I said earlier. Remember what I said earlier about how the show's problem is that it has its core base, but a lot of people aren't familiar with it. But what Dave said is also right. It's something that you could just watch and get. And that's what's good about that part of the show, at least. You don't have to be... It's almost like that thing I was telling you about One Piece. You didn't have to watch all the anime to watch One Piece, to get it. But if you looked at the cartoon and you looked at the characters, everything clicks. So you're like, okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's where I feel Ahsoka is for me at that point. They got the essence of the characters now. I was watching Clone Wars. I wasn't fanatically crazy about it, but I did watch the first 2 or 3 seasons. I do remember watching them religiously, and I thought that the story was awesome. The animation was amazing. Which, by the way, which sucks is that as we're talking about this, that whole animation studio has been completely stripped. It's done. It's closed down. They took it away. It was in Malaysia, I believe. And that's it. They gutted that whole studio, and that studio made some of the best Star Wars, outside of the movies. They made some of the best lore that continued on with the books that I saw that anyone else did besides George Lucas.
Because Dave Filoni knows what he's doing. He knows the lore. And honestly, that's I ever watched Rebels. I'm 3 episodes in right now, and I'm absolutely enjoying the hell out of it because it reminds so much of Clone Wars, and I love Clone Wars.
Yeah, Rebels
I've watched
is good.
Clone Wars through probably 3 or 4 times, and I want to go rewatch it again. I'm like, okay, what did I miss? It can now lead me to more Easter eggs in Ahsoka. Same with Rebels. I want to go watch that all the way through now, so that way I can see what have I missed that I can now look at and be like, okay, this is an Easter egg. This is just a little callback. And one of the biggest things that I've noticed Ahsoka is that it's done in a way where it kind of retells stories, so that way, Dave Filoni knows, not everyone is going to be a fan the past 10 and 20 years of what he's done from Clone Wars through Rebels. He knows that there's going to be new people, and he wants there to be new people. So he adds in little snippets that allow you to get to know the characters. I love the one scene, I think it's in the first episode, where Sabine steals a speeder and just is absolute badass. And I was okay, who the hell's Sabine? Why do I know of her? I remember that name, but she's a badass. So watching all of that play and stuff and seeing that scene, it made me realize who this character is, and it real quickly builds that character in people's heads of this someone who is going to be big, but also this is someone who Ahsoka going to know right off the bat, and there's going to be these connections, some hate or something. He builds characters very, very, very well and very quickly. He doesn't rush character building. because he's able to do it in a way that characters are getting built in a fast manner for people who don't know them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually does make sense. Yeah, and that's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, like, this is the whole point. Like, I'm looking at things a little different as a creator now versus a fan. But yeah, those things are important. World building. You want to be able to like take your time and really build your world to the best you can with as much detail as possible. I mean, I'm looking at the independent comic people who make comics, and I'll be honest, I did a full freaking comic, and I really am like, I mean, like this one right here, it has about 8 pages. These are just like samplers that I'm getting ready from the comics. But when I'm showing my comic at the show and I'm seeing like people liked it and they see the quality and they like the story, I start to explain to them, I want criticism, I want to world build, and this is the whole core of telling good stories that I think they've been missing a lot. They've been missing a lot of it. I mean, dude, I'm afraid to continue watching it, so I'm gonna watch it anyway, but I don't want to invest my time in it and then season 2 they ruin it. That's what I'm worried about, because they start out good. I mean, some of the shows, thank God, have been starting out crappy to the point I won't watch them, but some of them, like, look, Mandalorian, that Mandalorian to me was like their biggest hit, you know? That was their hit. And if they would have just kept it up and just been consistent, then it would have been a bigger hit than it wanted to be. Instead, what you did was you just lost it. It's like YouTube we were talking about earlier, right? You say you got 100,000 views, congratulations, man. And now you're on the algorithm. You found the niche. Don't fuck that up. Well, I fucked it up like twice, 3, 4 times. I don't have no regrets. Yeah,
like
that's true too, right?
Views, that was TikTok. So TikTok's a whole different beast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard like TikTok, everything can go viral, but still, that's still good. That's nothing to sneeze at. You got 100,000 views on your content. That's good. You know, that's nothing to sneeze at. So I don't care if you say TikTok. You still got 100,000 views. Good for you.
Yeah, no. Like I was over the moon. I saw 16,000. I was like, no. That's 600. I was like, wait, 16,000. But like. There's been times where on TikTok, like there's
good shit,
just,
man.
Like a lull for TikTok is like 200 views a video, but a lull for YouTube is like 2 views a video. Right. So like it's a very
exactly. It's a big difference.
Yeah. So definitely.
The algorithm on
different algorithm.
Yeah, I mean, because you're talking like this too. But we're not just talking about TikTok is not owned by Google. YouTube is owned by Google. So everything that and Google is like a big advertisement company, pretty much. So they control traffic. Okay, and this is a perfect example, because I know this happened to all 3 of our channels, and it was happening to me. But during the pandemic, my channel started to explode. And I wasn't really doing much, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? And I started to see, because what they did back then was, they figured, well, there's going to be a lot of people that want to create. Let's open up the floodgates. And I was, like, doing a little research, and I was doing some shorts, and I started seeing, like, what you said, Mark, over time is true, that I think it's better to do it the way that you said, which is consistent, building the whole thing, even with the story, building your audience slowly. I got a little impatient, and I wanted to make it to the top, but I am working on audience again, and I do want to do this for the YouTubers. I love this whole community. I mean, if it wasn't for Instagram, I wouldn't have met any of you guys, because I'll be honest, I remember how I met you, Dave, because what happened was I was sending out a message and I saw you, and I was like, wait, this looks familiar, but I sent it to the wrong person. I think I sent you an apology, and then I saw you had a YouTube channel, and I was like hooked ever since. And I think we met through, I think it was Soul Twice. We had a group. He was whining. Oh, yeah. He left the group. Shout out to you, my boy Soul Twice. What's up, my man? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So this community that we have actually a weird ass community. Acetate Gate. I was talking about that earlier. He took that Acetate Gate. He took everything, including the ass. He took the ass at Acetate Gate. Oh my god, that was so. And so I started talking to Mark at the concert. He was giving me these stories. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna run with this. It was fun, and I love this community. I love this. This to me, this is like, it's not work. People work. It's not work. This is just like For me, it's just my passion that I want to just put out there, and because I know there's a lot of people that feel the same way we all do. And, you know, don't worry, everybody, I can do this. Don't think you can't. Just go out there and follow it. That's it. I say to anybody, whatever you want to start in life, I don't give a damn what it is. Just go do it. Do it. Do it. Don't know how to do it, that's fine. Go figure it out. Do it. I made a freaking comic. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I did it. I put it out in the world, and I'm getting good feedback from it. I'm going to have improvements on it, obviously, because I'm going to learn from every little mistake I make. But I'll be honest, all I did was go out there and just do it, just like Nike says. Just do it. That's the most truest thing in the world.
Yep.
I tell this to everybody. And I'm very excited about life. Like, I know there's some people that go through shit, you're depressed, whatever, you know, hard life, hard jobs. I get that. Everybody's been there. I mean, if you're not in the top 1% born in this country, we all been there. I'm talking to 99% of everyone in the world that understands what I'm saying. The one thing you don't do is always you just don't get down on your luck. Just try to fight for that next day. I've went through so much. I went through things that honestly, that could have broke me, could have broke normal people. But I was like, you know what? Nah. I'm going to suffer and I'm going to become better for it. You know? It's like every superhero you see that's getting beat down by the villain, he comes back stronger because anyone can take a shot and get knocked down, but it takes courage to get back up. That was Hulk Hogan. Yeah! You know? So, yeah, I'm sorry.
I got to head out, but just so everyone's aware. There's next week we have a live stream. There's that's the 29th, another live stream 10 p.m. October 6th, another live stream 10 p.m. And then October 13th, Friday the 13th, we will be live from New York City Comic Con all day long throughout the day. So
hell yeah, we will be. Oh, you're doing live too, so am I.
We'll be there.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
No live there.
Yes, we will be there. We're
going
to be at Comic-Con.
We'll be all day long. We'll be doing stuff. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and check us out. But
yeah, it's going to be insane. Trust me.
we're getting,
definitely.
We're gonna
it was fun, everybody.
Equipment to be involved more.
Yeah. Definitely. I've been trying to get Dave on. Thank you, Mark, for the comments for coming on. Oh, God, I've been trying to get you on forever, and this is going to be great. I mean, let's see if we can work this again, man. We can work around our schedule.
Say that again?
Nice. What did you do? He just finished up a video when we just got on. What did you do a video on?
I was doing some editing, and I saw you guys were salon, so I was like, I'll jump on.
Perfect.
That's sweet. We really appreciate that. Thank you. That was awesome.
Tag challenge on like 10 comic gimmicks covers.
Okay.
Something fun to do. You know, easy to do. Record a video and just like 10. You know, a lot of the gimmick covers are from like the 90s. You know, so just like I grabbed a bunch of stuff real quick and made a video. So
when are you posting that?
What's that?
When are you putting it?
That's dope.
When am I posting it?
That's dope. I'm gonna leave like
probably tomorrow.
Okay.
I just gotta edit it real quick. I still have your package to open up. It's sitting right next to me.
All right, cool. I just want to say before we go that I'm sorry.
No, it was just I got that package here. I just haven't had a chance to open it so I can read the book and review it.
Oh yeah, I know. That's right. Listen, man. Oh yeah, do my show already. Do it. Come on, no, it's all good. Don't worry. I don't watch nobody. I just want, like, when you do it, if you do a show, that's all I want. And look, we're all leaving. See, I said brutally honest, and the whole computer cut out. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing because I was talking about one artist, but I didn't get to the other artists. I have a live show. I'm gonna be doing a show for Sunday, and I'm covering the 2 days of Staten Island Comic Con, which I met a lot of people there. I'm going to send you some video later, Dave, and I'm going to show you what I was doing and who I was talking to, and then I'll put that one on the video. Yeah, and like he said, we're going to be live at Comic Con too as well, broadcasting, filming all day. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be in pubs and clubs and freaking comic shops. You're lucky. You're gonna have the VIP treatment. I'm gonna take you around with me. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna show you all the hot spots. Don't worry about it.
Can't wait.
You know? And yeah, so that's about it. And I'm gonna get I can't wait. Yo, this is gonna be so great. This Comic Con is gonna be awesome. And don't worry, Dave, we're coming to you for your next Comic Con. I promise. I'm gonna get the hell up there. I gotta go. So thank you, everyone. I really have fun.
All right.
And I will see you guys
Have a
around.
good everyone. Thank you for joining.
Peace,
us.
love, everyone.
Dave, thank you for joining. Mike, thanks for joining. Have a great night.
Thank you. We hope to see you again, my friend.